What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Oh my goodness. I always started like this. It's always been a while since I made a video, but I actually been busy. We're actually out here in a Big Bear. We're testing out some new products. I'm very excited to show you, but man, look at Big Bear. Look at that. I thought I missed the snow, but we actually came just right in time. I mean, actually a little late because it's super muddy. I mean, look at the rig. The rig is super filthy. But the reason why we're out here is because we're testing out my window vent. Now, I don't know if you guys follow me on IG, but I've been calling it the glory hole, but it's actually a window vent for the diesel heater. Let me show you guys. Alright. Alrighty, so what we got right here is the Vevor all-in-one diesel heater. This is the newest one right here with the Bluetooth controller and stuff like that. I tested it out last night and it worked pretty well. I had it run for a couple hours to burn off any fuel or any fumes, and nothing happened. I mean, it fired pretty well. Everything's gonna be powered through my Blue Yeti. And let me show you guys my window vent. Alrighty, so the reason why I'm here, because we're testing out my pretty much very own window vent for the diesel here. So pretty much how this is installed is you roll down the window and then, wait, the wrong way. You roll down the window and then there's slots right here. This sits on top of the window glass and you just zip it up and then you attach your diesel heater outlet and attach your diesel heater into it. Now, a lot of people might not know what a diesel heater is. If you guys don't know what it is, you should do a little bit more research on it. Full disclaimer, this is not for ducting any exhaust inside your car. I've got so many comments on my Instagram. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys are joking, but for the guys that aren't, man, do not duct any exhaust into the car. And also, always keep a carbon monoxide detector inside the car whenever you're using any type of gas heater, like just like the Buddy heater. And in this case, we're using the Vevor diesel heater. Anyways, we rode up camp and the main entrance that I usually enter from was closed. So luckily we found another way and we got into the spot. And man, I'm so glad we made it out here because I don't want to camp at a regular campground, even though, you know, there's restrooms and stuff like that for the lady, but I don't really care. I'd rather be out here in the middle of nowhere with no one within miles away. So let's go ahead and take in that view. I don't know if you guys remember this spot, but this is where we shot the Dometic stuff with Jason Anthony, aka J Creative, aka Jay, and Andrew Optics. We actually shot it right there. I don't know if you guys can recognize the ranch right here. I remember there were horses in the background last time too. I wonder where they went. Don't give in to your intrusive thoughts, please. You see, she got a freaking snowball right there, and she's wanting. Whoa! All right, you're done now. You're done. I'm gonna get this pine cone right here, and what we do is you get this pine cone and you want to wrap it in snow. I'm sorry, wait. All right, let's go to camp. But anyways, let's go to camp. That's enough of that. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to install my polycarbonate window vent. Now, I have it available for the GX470 and 5th Gen 4Runner. So if you guys are interested in a window vent to run your diesel heater inside your car, hit me up. And disclaimer, full disclaimer, I got to mention like multiple times, this is not to vent your exhaust. Come on. Anywho, I found out it was easier to install the outlet and the hose before putting on the window vent. So I went ahead and did that. I used the original clamps they gave me. I actually did buy some twist clamps, but I bought the wrong size. I bought 4-inch diameter, thinking that you can go smaller, but be sure to get, like, I think 3-inch diameter work for sure, but maybe you might be able to get away with the 2-inch diameter because it enlarges pretty big. But anywho, these do come in pretty clutch because you don't need any tools, but if you guys don't want to get that, just get a Phillips head and you can use the clamp that they provide. But anyways, so to get this installed, you're going to go ahead and install the outlet and the hose first, and then you're going to go ahead, it only goes in one way, by the way. The windows are diagonal. At first I thought it was a square, like a straight rectangle, and I designed it like that, and then I cut the first one and it didn't fit. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. But enough talking, we're going to go ahead and install this. So we're going to go ahead and stick the outside of the hose outside, and we're going to just let it hang right here. And then you're going to go ahead and install one side of the window vent in. So you're going to go ahead and just put that in through the side. And then it's a polycarbonate sheet, so it's pretty flexible opposed to like your regular acrylic that would crack. I mean, I'm sure acrylic wouldn't crack too. I think we tried it with acrylic, but polycarbonate is a lot better. I like it. It costs a little more, but it's pretty cool. And I also like this gloss black window vent. I mean, it adds a little bit of shade, a little bit of privacy. I mean, obviously you can still see through the window, but that was better than nothing. But anyways, you want to slide this side in, and then you can go ahead and bend the other side to slide the other side in. And then go ahead and slot the bottom tab into your window glass. And then you can go ahead and manually roll up your window. So roll it up until it closes, and then you're pretty much good to go. Everything looks pretty good right here. I mean, as you can see, everything looks pretty solid. So obviously this end right here will go to the diesel heater outlet, not the exhaust, that outlet. I don't know how many times I got to repeat that, but you just want the dry heat that's produced by the diesel heater, and that's why I produced this. And I also have this coming in for the GX470, 4th gen 4Runner, Super Crosstrek, and Super Outback. And if I didn't mention your vehicle and you guys are interested, leave a comment down below what car do you want me to make it for, and I'll see if I can get a car to work on it. But anyways, I am pretty stoked on this. Oh my goodness. Woo! The gaps are pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit of gappage on this side, but I think this because it's not straight, but I mean, woo, that is pretty darn good, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, now it's time to the cooking portion of this episode. Not really cooking, just reheating, but still, I mean, I'm just excited to eat a bowl of pho out here in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, as you can see, if you guys watch some my past videos, I'm not much of a chef. I like to just bring stuff that's easy to cook and just, I don't know, reheat it. So we're gonna go ahead and heat up the soup a little bit, and then go ahead and put the raw meat in there and the noodles, let it cook up, and then it's pretty much ready to eat. Yeah. I'm pretty stoked on it. I can't wait. Whew. Man, it's been a minute since I've been behind the camera. I don't even know what to say, but I hope you guys are doing well. I mean, I've been behind the scenes working on that window vent and doing some other stuff to keep me afloat, because obviously YouTube doesn't pay. But if you guys can, please hit that like button, subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. I appreciate it. While the pho's cooking, I found out I only brought 1 can of gas, so looks like only one of us is eating pho. And it's gonna be me. Ooh, my bowl's coming up. All right, so I got this boiled. I'm gonna put a soup in mine now. Woo. Get some soup in it. Ooh, it's got good. And just like that, that's how you make fresh pho out in the middle of nowhere. But I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this. Oh my god, that looks so tasty right now. How many of you guys are salivating through the screen right now? Because I am through this camera screen. That looks so good. Alright, time to enjoy this. I am so stoked. We got a fresh bowl of pho right here. Oh my gosh. Alright. Take that. Oh my god, that's so good. My secret tip, if you guys don't know already, I always put a little bit of lime in my hoisin and sriracha sauce. Trust me on this. That will change the game. And then you can add a little bit to the soup just to give a little extra citrus, but really, it's in the sauce. I don't think it gets better than this, to be honest. I don't think I can ever top this. 100%. So I actually have a question. How many of you guys prefer to bring like pre-cooked meals to camp rather than cook yourself? The only thing I hate is like just cleaning, you know? And it's like way more work to like cook. I guess I don't really have that much fun because, you know, I'm always out here filming stuff. So like I'd rather spend more time filming than actual cooking, to be honest with you. And my cooking's not that great. But I'll tell you what I'm good at though. Reheating. Whew, that was a super bomb dinner, but now it's time to turn on the diesel heater. So go ahead and connect the Anderson plugs and then plug it into my Blue Eddy and then fire it up. Right, got it fired up. All you gotta do is just power on and then you should have heat in about hopefully 30 seconds, but I'm gonna leave it on a medium level. So I'm gonna make sure I have my carbon monoxide. Fuck, I can't fucking pronounce it. Carbon monoxide detector. Make sure that's in there. It's in the bed right now. I see it. And then this should heat up in about, I would say like 5 minutes. Take a second. It's gonna start priming, and then you hear a little ticking, and I'll show you guys what it sounds like. I don't think it's too bad. So I'll turn it back on once it starts heating. Woo! Starting to tick. So it ticks very low on the medium setting, and the exhaust is staying outside. Okay, again, exhaust stays outside 100%. Once it heats up, the car should be pretty dang toasty. And what's great about this Bluetooth model, it has a remote. So when I want to turn it on and off, I just have a remote, so I don't have to go outside. Pretty neat. I'm pretty happy that I made this little thing. You don't have to cut your, actually a lot of camper vans use diesel heaters to heat up their cars, but they have to drill a hole under the car and, you know, to route it in and leave the exhaust out. But with my method, all you gotta do is roll down your window, put the window visor or window vents in, and then just duct the heat inside. Whew, a little update. We got the heater running. It's running super warm. The heat is actually very, very dry. So I actually decided to crack a couple windows. I actually needed to crack some because it was getting way too hot. And I think it's always so good to always ventilate inside, just in case whenever you're using a gas heater. But in this case, I think it helps because it balances out how hot it is, because I have it in the lowest setting and it still made the car super steamy. But so far so good. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's not too bad. It sounds like a very faint drying machine, but nothing too bad actually. You can't really hear it too much, but I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'll give you guys an update when I wake up in the morning. Anyways, good night. Woo! We survived the night. Man, that was super interesting. So I found out, you know, I should have listened to Phil, because Phil actually told me to hook this up to a 100 amp hour battery. And I was like, I'm just gonna use my Blue Eddy. And my Blue Eddy worked. It only lasts about 6 hours. So we started at 7 and I turned it off at around, I would say 12. And then it got cold again at around like, I'll say 4, and I turned it on, and then it only lasted an hour and then it was freaking freezing at 4 a.m. I should have turned it on later or brought the second power bank. But anyways, it worked super well. I mean, I took off the hose because when it shuts off like suddenly, abruptly, I don't know, it creates like a weird smell. So I was just worried about it because I did that at home and it was not smelling pretty good. So I just pulled it out anyways, just in case. But one thing, I think this dryer hose that a lot of people are using, I don't think this is made for heat, but I don't know. When I started up yesterday, it smelled like a little plastic, but once I got it running, it stopped like smelling. Maybe it just had to burn off some of that plastic fume from this right here. But looking pretty good. I feel like I barely use any diesel. I pretty much had it almost full. And this is how much I use. The car. And then yeah, this is completely dead. Completely dead. So a 600 watt, I don't know how many amp hours, but this only lasts about 6 hours. So if you guys have like 1,000 or more, you guys would be pretty good. You guys probably get a solid, I don't know, 8-10 hours. But it works really well though. It made it pretty hot last night. I mean, when I first started, I actually had to open some of the windows to just cool it down and just have a little bit of vent just in case, you know. But the air was like super toasty though. I'm actually pretty happy with how it works. Vevor did a pretty good job. Worked pretty well. It was pretty easy. And that remote is clutch. If I had enough battery. I mean, that would have been great because it was freezing at 4 a.m. And I just used the remote, turned it on, and it was good for an hour, and then it shut off. But man, it looks freaking awesome out here. Look at the snow. Holy crap. I really wanted to see the snow, and I really did come out and camp in the snow. Oh, it's amazing. Again, if you guys are interested in your own window vent for your GX470 and Fish Overland that's now available, check out the link in the description below. And I'll be coming out with more soon because I really think this is really nice. I mean, I think a diesel heater is freaking worth it, especially in super cold conditions. I mean, we have a couple more months of super winter camping, so I mean, it'll be worth it if you guys want to go out and see some snow. Mission successful. I'm pretty happy with the window vent. It worked super well. I was touching the window vent the whole time, and the window vent did not get hot at all. But the polycarbonate sheet has a pretty decent amount of heat resistant tolerance. So, I mean, I wouldn't be scared if it got a little bit extra hot. But I touched it, and it was never warm. So that's a good thing. Diesel heater worked really well. The only problem was I didn't freaking listen to Modded by Phil. And if you guys haven't got your tune already, your MBP Tune, please hit up Modded by Phil because I think he is raising his price very soon, and it's 100% worth it. But anyways, Phil did tell me to just buy a like 100 amp hours battery and then connect to that, and I'll be good all night long. And I just don't listen, you know. And that's what happens when I don't listen. I freeze a little bit. But luckily, I had a 0-degree sleeping bag. I just decided to zip it up. And then I was pretty toasty after. But anyways, I think I'm going to end the video off here. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.